Hey guys, Eric with the Miller Park Minute, where we're throwing strikes and getting likes, hitting dingers, getting listeners. Back again with another episode. We are getting closer and closer by the day to Brewers 2023 home opener. Also the season opener in Chicago this weekend. So it is Sunday here when I'm recording. So we're getting jacked. We're really jacked for our crew to return and to play, and I'm having so much fun with this season already, and it hasn't even started. So we look forward to producing many more great videos and talking about this team. That being said, today we are going to get into the game. We are going to talk about the news, kind of starting to see some of the picture coming together. We're going to talk about some news around MLB real quick, and then we're going to go into our Pirates season preview. We're going to talk about the NL Central foes. So that being said, let's get right into the game today. Just to start this thing off, cap off a recap. So this game was, I watched a good portion of this one actually on TV. I don't tend to watch a lot of the TV broadcasts. I'm more listening to the radio broadcasts. And the reason I watched this one was because I would just kind of a tired day at home and decided to watch it. So the big part of this was Brandon Woodruff's performance. Brandon Woodruff went 6 innings, allowing 3 hits, 3 earned runs, striking out 6. He was actually locked down and shut out for the first few innings, and he finally, after a little bit, did end up giving up giving up the runs. But yeah, it was awesome to see. If you take a look at the highlights here, you see 2 for 3 for McCarthy and 1 for 1. So not big highlights for them. Christian Yelich did hit a homer in this game. Strikeout 6. Joey Weaver hit an RBI double. Merrill Kelly was pretty good too. Just good stuff. Again, another lineup featuring Yelich, Mitchell, Adames, Tellez, Urias, Contreras, Owen Miller, Sal Frelick, Weimer, no Garrett Mitchell today. I mean, this is what we're going to see. These are the guys we're going to see play every day. So it's getting more and more exciting. I think they're going to come down to making decisions if we don't see them soon enough. But let's go cover the pitching real quick. So 6 solid innings, 3 hits, 3 runs, 6 strikeouts from our good friend Brandon Woodruff. Gus Varland went 1 1/3. 1 hits, no runs given up, 2 struck out. Bush went 2/3. He had 1 strikeout. Andrews went 1 inning, giving up 1 hit, 1 run, and it was a homer. So no strikeouts. Time of today's game was 2 hours and 23 minutes. Continuing with that, just around 2.5 hour trend that we've been seeing. So that is the game for today. Nothing big there. Is Yelly back? Maybe. Jury's still out on that, but it's worth noting, worth talking about, because it's good to see him have a good spring, and hopefully it translates to the regular season. That being said, let's get into the Brewers news today. So we're kind of in this flux right now. We're trying to figure out who's going to be where. And you got the Luke Voigt opt out. You got Keston Hura not being told he's going to be on the club. It's just there's a lot going on with it. We don't really have any answers. It seems like the Brewers are kind of slower to make those answers and make those things happen. That just is what it is. That's part of how they operate as a club. And we don't know. I mean, the good part that works for the Brewers' favor is they do have these young guys, Turing, Frelick, and Weimer, that could be coming to the show this year. Garrett Mitchell, yeah, he's a young guy and he's an outfielder, but he's not. He's already been here. He spent a month with us, so it's hard to say. We already talked about Corbin Burns as the opening day starter. That's really exciting. We did talk about Hauser yesterday. He's currently day-to-day. Let's see if there's any update on that. Does not say here. Let me go to another spot and just see. Just trying to get an idea of where we are at with Hauser. We're still deciding on Gus Varland too. We don't have an answer really on any of the big questions going into opening day yet, and with a few days to figure that out, it's kind of a wait and see game, I guess. It drives me nuts that it's a wait and see game, guys. I don't know how you feel about that. I'd like the Brewers to be decisive and make decisions, but we know that's a pattern for them. Talking about Willie Adames and Urias and all the time they spend together. There's a projected opening day lineup for each team written by MLB.com. I'm going to guess that our boy Adam McCalvey wrote this article. So let's go scroll down. Brewers, Christian Yelich, Willie Adames, Jesse Winker, William Contreras, Rowdy Tellez, Luis Urias, Brian Anderson, Garrett Mitchell, and Joey Weimer. Starting pitcher Corbin Burns, closer Devin Williams. Sounds about right. Can't say that's wrong. All right, so Tyson Miller was the roster move for today. Options to AAA Nashville catcher Brian Narado resigned to minor league camp. Miller, acquired from Texas via waiver wire in November, impressed in spring training and expected to fill multiple inning role at Nashville, which positions will be called up if Brewers needed. The Brewers were left with 14 pitchers in the running for 13 spots, pending the availability of Adrian Hauser groin. If Hauser is not ready for barring outside additions, which is always possible at this time of year, the conversation with Tyson. Okay, so basically they're saying no update, no real update. Void status in limbo, we know about that. I'm just seeing if there's anybody that we missed on the big board of moves, because that is what is going on this week. It's all about the moves. We talked about prospects. We don't need to cover that. League leaders. Let's see who they're predicting as league leaders and see if the Brewers fall. Batting average, Jordan Alonso, Freddie Freeman of the Dodgers, home runs, AL Aaron Judge, NL Pete Alonso, the Polar Bears, stolen bases, Bobby Witt Jr. of the Royals, Trey Turner of the Phillies, and Ronald Acuna. ERA Shohei Ohtani, NL Sandy Alcantara of the Marlins, strikeouts Garrett Cole, NL Corbin Burns. There's the Brewers tie-in right there. Saves Emmanuel Claus. NL, our old buddy Josh Hader, 4 saves. So those are the main articles. I am going to step into a 5 bold predictions for the 2023 season. I always like these. Brewers 2023 bold predictions. Brady Telez becomes a first-time All-Star. I like that. I like the sound of that. I like where we're going with that. Let's go to the next one. Number 2, one of the Brewers prospects will win the 2023 Rookie of the Year. I love that one. Love it. Love it. Let's go Frelick. All right, next one of the 5. Let's see here. We're wrapping through this today. We are just rocking and rolling. Brewers bold prediction. Jesse Winker ends up being the Brewers' best offseason acquisition. Ooh, bold. I like it. Rule 5 pick Gus Varland sticks around and becomes trusted setup man out of the bullpen. Like it. Jackson Churio makes his NL debut late in the year, helps carry the Brewers into the playoffs. Everybody's saying he's coming up. I don't know. I don't necessarily need to and or want. Let the guys that we have 3 ahead of him. Whatever, I guess. Brewfanatic.com, 3 days, 13 hours, and 33 minutes as of the recording of this podcast. They're talking about positional previews, starting pitchers. Good breakdowns, guys. Go over to Brewers Fanatics. If you want somewhere to go to communicate and talk with people and have a good conversation, brewfanatic.com is the way to be. I should have a video coming up maybe Monday or Tuesday there. I might flood them with videos. I don't know. The guys over there are great, and they always ask, and I always try to deliver when they ask. So, that being said, let's take a look around the league real quick before we get into the main topic, the meat and potatoes of today's episode. Yankees top prospect Anthony, Velop is named to the opening day roster. I see this as a common thread, and a lot of teams are making decisions now, which is, I think, the most important thing. You got to make the decisions early. Not everybody holds it to the last minute like the Brewers do, so that's good. Anthony Velop, shortstop. He's going to be probably one of the better prospects we'll get to see. A lot of hype around him, so. Dansby putting on a good performance. Projecting opening day lineups where he talked about. Mad Max starting game 1 and Verlander starting game 2. Sale finishes strong. Lots of good stuff. Around the league, power rankings. Let's see who is where in the power rankings. All right, top 5. Astros, Braves, Padres, Dodgers. Who thinks number 5? It's the Mets. Then down from there you go Yankees, Blue Jays, Phils, Mariners, Cardinals, Rays, Guardians, Twins, Brewers in at number 14. White Sox, Orioles, Angels, Red Sox, Rangers, Giants, D-backs, Cubs, Marlins, Tigers, Royals, Pirates, Reds, Rockies, Nationals, A's. All 30 clubs in under a minute. So that's the preseason power rankings as of this Sunday evening that this is being recorded. We are going to talk more about this topic and some of these topics going forward. So week to week, we're going to update you power rankings, player rankings, different things like that. Saves, leads, all that stuff coming in the season. We don't have those details right now, so we're not covering them right now. One big thing I wanted to mention. And I was having a conversation with the Butcher earlier today. We were talking about it is weird that MLB is just pumping the snot out of this new rules. Butcher was telling me about a commercial that he saw with them talking about Daniel Vogelbach getting steals and just crazy stuff. And it's like that's their main advertising goal right now. And I think they're losing it in the fact that they don't realize that I don't give a shit about that. Pardon my language, but I don't give a crap about that. But Butcher doesn't, and most of you guys probably don't either. Like, why are they advertising? Like, we care. No, we don't care. We like the game the way it was. We like the World Baseball Classic for what it was, and it didn't have the stupid rules. The only thing it had was the bases. Safety, I get it. I just think it's dumb. I think it's dumb. Guys, it is fantasy baseball season. I didn't mention that in the top of this video, but fantasy baseball is one of my favorite times of year. I love doing fantasy baseball stuff. I'm looking to get into some more leagues. Butcher and I are very, very into it. So if you have a league and you want me to join, reach out. Love to join you. Love to play with you. My league is full up right now. I might do a second one if there's enough interest. But that being said, I think we covered everything. We talked about Woody's good start today. I would love to see him just take off this year. I think they are doing a great job with what they do with these guys. Oh, the pitching lab. We wanted to talk more about that. We will do a pitching lab breakdown. Maybe it might be a short episode, but we'll do it. I meant to do it. It's in my notes. I just didn't do it today. So let's talk about the Pittsburgh Pirates, the topic of the day. So first we'll start off with the projected lineup. This is coming from Just Baseball. O'Neill Cruz, shortstop. Brian Reynolds, left field. Ke'Bryan Hayes, third base. Andrew McCutchen. Ji-Man Choi, former Brewer. Once a Brewer, always a Brewer, baby. Carlos Santana at DH. Jack Swinski at center field. Rodolph Castro at second base, and Austin Hedges at catcher. So the big thing with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and this is coming right out of our good old friend, the big thing with the Pittsburgh Pirates this year is they did make some acquisitions. They do have a core of talented outfielders. So key arrivals, Rich Hill, Ji-Man Choi, Carlos Santana, Austin Hedges, Connor Joe, Vincent Velasquez, Jarlin Garcia, and Jose Hernandez. And that looks like that was their Rule 5 draft pick, also from the Dodgers. Departures, Robert Perez, Jake Marisnick, Manny Benuelos, Ben Gamel, former Brewer, Yoshi Tatsugo, Diego Castillo, trade to the Diamondbacks, and Bryce Wilson released, who we picked up actually. So the big numbers here for them is they're projected to be a little bit better. Surprisingly, some people are saying they're going to be better. Is that a caution bat? No. What they got is they got these talented guys in Ke'Bryan Hayes, Brian Reynolds. You know, O'Neill Cruz is really talented. They've got some talented players. But the problem with the Pirates is they don't have the depth in the pitching rotation. They also don't have just all around a cohesive unit. I mean, this is a team that, you know, guys like Garrett Cole have come from, you know. So I mean, they don't keep any of their good players. Kutch was the longest tenured one. And you're bringing a guy like Kutch in kind of as a like last hurrah. He wants to finish it where he started it kind of deal. So O'Neill Cruz is the talented young stud that they have. He's their 6'7" shortstop. He's got a cannon of an arm. He could be an all-star. He really could. Then you go into Brian Reynolds. Brian Reynolds is all-around talent, the best player. For the past 4 years, he's also been subject of trade rumors. He's kind of been out there demanding a trade and like not happy with the extension that the Pirates have offered him. So he's an all-star. We'll see what happens with him. I don't know. He doesn't seem to be happy in Pittsburgh though. He wants them to compete, and I don't think they're as committed. Hayes has a 1.9 F-WAR in just 24 games. He's consistently been one of the best defensive players in the game. The veterans, McCutchen, Ji-Man Choi, and Carlos Santana. All older players have been around the game, so they're going to have a mixture of the youth and the old guys kind of combined. Gloves to watch, you're talking about Rodolph Castro, Austin Hedges, and Jack Swezinski. Projected bench, Taylor Heineman, Connor Joe, Ji-Hwan Bae, and Travis Saggerty. Names of irrelevancy. So their rotation is projected to be Mitch Keller, Ronzi Contreras, Rich Hill, JT Brubaker. Isn't that the name of the guy in one of the baseball movies? Vince Velasquez. I mean, it's the names of the irrelevant people you don't know. But you're looking at David Bednar. Our boy David Bednar is coming back. Butch, Will Crow, Dwayne Underhill Jr., Chase DeJong, Colin Holderman, Jose Hernandez, not Fernandez, Yuri D. Los Santos, Dari Morita. Well, guys, top prospects. Andy. I got 2 top catching prospects: Queen Priester, Mike Burrows, Luis Ortiz, Nick Gonzalez. Okay. So, that being said, the Pirates are they're gonna compete. They're gonna win some games. I'm not saying they're not, but it's not gonna be what's the word I'm gonna say? It's not gonna be terrific for them. They were 62 and 100 last year, tied for 4th. Do we think I think earlier this summer or this offseason I said that they would be better. I just don't remember how much better. I think I said better than the Reds. Pardon me. I'm gonna say just better than the Reds. I'll give a summation once I'm all done with this thing, and once I've learned and I'm educated, I'm gonna give out some projected, some more projected information. The payroll was $68 million last year, ranked number 28 of 30. All right, let's talk about the projected stat lines for the Pittsburgh Pirates. Okay, so Rodolph Castro, 232 average, 708 OPS, 44 runs, 14 home runs, 48 RBIs, 7 stolen bases. G-Man Choi, 250, 788, 43, 12, 53, 1. O'Neal Cruz, 247, 780, 89, 24, 84, and 23. Brian Reynolds coming in at 271, 833, 84, 25 for the homers, 74 RBIs, and 6 stolen bases. Carlos Santana, 230, 744, 65, 21, 65, 2. Jack Sawinski, 225, 738, 51, 15, 45, and 5. David Bednar, 56 innings. So it's funny that they talk about David Bednar first. 2-4 win-loss record, 25 saves, 3.38 ERA, 1.14 WHIP, 67 Ks. JT Brubaker is going to be one of the studs. 157, 7-10 record, 4.41, 135 WHIP, and 159 Ks. 120, Ronasi Contreras, 126, 7-6, 372, 127 WHIP, and 93 Ks. Mitch Keller, 165, 8-10, 431 and 144, 148, 4 Ks. So it's funny that all their projections there were really given they were all given a losing record, which is humorous in and of itself. So like I said, third, fourth place team. I'm going to give my overall summation once I'm all done with this thing. But that's my research on the Pirates. And you got to watch out for Brian Hayes. You got to watch out for Brian Reynolds and O'Neill Cruz. Koch will probably still swing the bat. He'll still probably have a good season, but Koch signing was not done at the time of publish of this one, but it was done in the ones I've read online. So that being said, guys, that's all I've got. Tomorrow we're going to move on. I think we're going to do the Reds tomorrow. We'll talk about the Reds a little bit more. Kind of just piecing different things together. We're going to have some more specials. Hopefully a couple more guests will come on this coming week. And we'll get into the opening day magic. This is going to be a big week for the Miller Park Minute. We will be live next Monday at the stadium. So if you want to stop on by, say hello. I would love to see you. I appreciate you guys who follow me and who subscribe, who comment on these videos. It's really a pleasure to do this, and I have a lot of fun with all of you. So remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. You can catch us anywhere you catch podcasts. That's Apple, Spotify, YouTube, Google, Amazon, Castbox, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, Anchor, and Rumble. Don't forget Rumble, guys. Let's get ready to rumble. Like, subscribe, share. Thanks for watching. You guys have a great rest of your night, and go Brewers. We are almost there. Woo!
Thank you for watching the Miller Park Minute. Go Brewers.